Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the 2025 Derby City Classic. This is round number 8. We are in the bank pool division, which is the first of 3 divisions. It's bank pool 1 pocket and then 9 ball. Obviously, these two players very familiar with all of us. Evan Lunda on the right, Billy Thorpe on the left. They lag for the break. From there, it's winner break, race to 3. Go over the rules real quick. Must call your shot. No kisses. No kisses, caroms, or combinations. Obviously, no jump cues. And once again, you can make any bank clean. No kisses, caroms, or combinations. I am your host, Scott Frost. Thank you all for joining me in this match. Both players undefeated in this event. They beat some notable players earlier on. Touch on that a little bit later, but for now, Lunda, depending on which side he breaks from, he's probably looking to make the wing ball. That's typically what happens, and I would bet that he breaks from the left side. Wow. Okay. And there you have it. Lunda to break. Race to 3. Neither player has a loss. And he's got a ball down. He didn't hit those very hard, so a little surprised he didn't get into him a bit more right out of the gate. Evan, a very slippery player from Detroit, world-class one-pocket player. It's going to the side versus the corner. This looks extremely steep. The cue ball going to be pretty hot, I think, unless the angle misleads me. Yeah, really steep bank there, so maybe he was thinking two-way. What I mean by that is kind of a defensive play involved as well. He is a slick player, very understanding what the table lays out, what it gives you, where to leave the cue ball. And what do you say about Billy Thorpe? In my mind, the current days in the pool world, there is no better bank pool player. Going to the straight back here, lower left corner here with the 2. The kiss was always in play. At least if you tried to draw out of it. I believe Billy's got a pretty good starter here, at the least, on the 7. If you can get to the 1 cleanly, he'll take that. The left side. These guys, when I say these guys, these world-class bank players like to go just off center with the cue ball more often than not. Caught that just a tick long. In my opinion, bank pool, the least lucky game in pool. Obviously, there really is no luck in the game other than where the cue ball ends up, or the object ball if you happen to get lucky. And good start from Lunda there. Nice and smooth on the 6. Did not try to overhit it. He is definitely capable of beating Thorpe. This format is fast and loose with these great players. So going back to the side again. Came up way short the first time. There's the adjustment. Wow. Really didn't think that ball was going to tighten up there off the 3rd rail like it did, but it sure did. That's going to send Lunda back to 0 or even in the ball count. Yeah, it's a big starter here. And kind of a difficult one to judge out of the gate. Going to the lower right corner with 9. Notice at the speed he hit it. Really a great speed. The pocket's going to take the ball if you even mishit it a little. He just caught it a hair bat. Cross corner on the 9. Wow, up and down for position on the blue 2. If it wasn't for that little scratch, you'd have a 3-0 lead, but instead it's 1-0. I think you've just got to let the cue ball go here. The high right ball towards that little pile of balls. 1, 8, and 7. He's going to draw it. And we can talk about it again. Maybe pretty clever. Just so happens to miss it. Cue ball's in a pretty good position. Not that he's thinking about that, but we just chip this 5 ball. And I think if Evan keeps that mentality versus this guy, he's got a chance. You definitely don't want to play offense non-stop versus Billy Thorpe. Yeah, really good cue ball. Shane Boning's big mug snookering us. You've just got to come off the 5 here again. Just allow the 3 to slow it down. Unless you want to go with the 4, but I don't think you can afford to do that. Yeah, is he entertaining the 4 or maybe even entertaining the 5? Both look real tricky. I can't quite tell what he's doing here. I think he's just got to come off the 5, right? Oh, wow, what a hit. Wow. Boy, that was a steep hit, meaning pretty flat. He had to catch that ball very, very heavy. I would never consider that bank, but we're not talking about me here.
You do not want to get eliminated from the tournament in one pocket. You have a buyback.
On to the side.
You must get in that line and take it to your buyback.
Yeah, typically if you miss that ball, you're going to miss it probably a little bit long on the newer cloth. This table playing very true. All of them this week playing pretty true as far as the rails being short and not. Billy chose to just make the 5. Now he's forcing Lunda to come off this row of balls. He's going to have to find a way to defend. Might just come back somewhere towards that chalk up there, or even back to where he's at now. You got to be real careful not to leave some type of cross side. I think towards the chalk is probably the best option. did he leave the 7? And Billy's body language tells me he did. Just a little short. You always had to feel like that ball was going to come short if you were to miss it. Another really good look, a little uncharacteristic here early for Thorpe. Hasn't had anything great, that's for certain. Playing for 2. Boy, and if he hits this straight back anything like he hit the 4, this is a hanger. Yeah, look at the speed at which he hits these banks. Yeah, I think he's... There's 4 on the table. Thorpe has 1. Yeah, Nevin Lunda takes game number 1. Big shout out to our sponsors. The Black Diamond and Diamond Tables. Best table in the world. It's the player's choice. There's no doubt. Aramith Pool Balls. Best pool balls on the planet. Also the player's choice. And then we can just touch on Simona's cloth. There is nothing better than Simona's cloth. It's used globally as well. Some of the rooms starting to go towards the Shark Gray. This is the Tournament Blue or Tour Blue. The Shark Gray a little bit lighter. For my old eyes, it's a little easier to see the spot on the ball. Back to this bank pool match. Lunda looking to get the 8 down. How about he's got another ball down in the side. Does the 9 pass the 7? I don't think so. Looks tough, but it might. And does he flirt with the 1 here? He's hampered with 6 just a little with the bridge, but I don't think it's a major problem. Boy, it's all or nothing, right? There is no backdoor safety here. See if he tends to hit this with a little bit more pace, just because of the thought that if he happens to miss it, the 3 is readily available. The speed, just once again, he looks dialed to me. And I'm just talking about the speed. When you're banking straight backs at this pace, it's hard to miss them. If you miss hit it just a touch, this ball's still going to go. That's something Evan is great at. His touch is superior. The 3 to the lower left. Playing position to the 8 or the 4. This is preference here. If you're feeling real confident, I think you take the 8. Evan, not a great big tournament player. Hasn't done a ton of damage in tournaments. He did, though, win the Buffalo's Classic last May. And a huge prize pool there, and it was a major one-pocket tournament, $2,000 entry fee. The best players all around the planet, upwards of $150,000 up top. Now, going to the 7 instead of the cross side. Clean as a whistle, playing for 2. That was a little long there. The man at the table is hungry. You can rest assured of that. Gotta seal a deal on him. Last year, Billy Thorpe beat me in the finals, the U.S. Open Bank Pool. The year prior, I got lucky and beat Beato in the finals. But I'll tell you what, I don't think Billy made hardly any mistakes. He is a serious threat. And you don't want to play him by the rail. Cross side here. The yellow and white ball. Now back to the yellow. He's got that one down. Just missed the first cross side. Now to the 9. And here comes Billy. Straight back on the 4. You can play this 2 different ways. You can play this with a high outside ball, which straightens the object ball out a little bit. You can catch it a little thicker. That's what he's going to do. Yeah, look at the cue ball straighten out. This opens the pocket up for the 4 a little bit more. And I don't know if you realize what I just said, but the high outside ball actually opens the pocket up, straightens the line of the object ball out more. This is what these great bank pool players do. Took me spending about 8 years on Brumback's property for him to finally tell me that. All of a sudden, tied up at 3 balls apiece. This is a challenge here. If you miss this ball, it's typically going to be short. Needs it to freeze or somewhere close, and it did. So I don't think the 2 is playable. Pretty awkward position, to be honest. Can you just chip the 6 to the 8? Bring the cue ball back down here like the left diamond on the bottom rail. Okay, he's calling 3 rails. So he wants to stun forward, I believe, here. End up somewhere over the 6 and 8 or past the 6. Yeah, really smart play. I didn't see that play. Yeah, very clever play there to tie all 3 of those balls up. Just gonna chip the 2. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, a little game of cat and mouse here. $2024, Thorpe earned just under $75,000. That guy on the right hand of our screen, well, I'll bet he earned a little bit more than that. Coming up table now. He knows to be careful. Yeah, he definitely was. This could pose problems for Thorpe. Does the 2 go past the 8? If so, the 4-railer might be available. Yeah, I believe he's playing the 4-railer, the top left corner. How'd he hit it? Nothing but net. 4 on the floor for Billy Thorpe. Now, might be able to go to the lower right with the green 6. Is he like, okay, he's going to go defense. Going to try and get the 8 to the long rail and bring the cue ball back up, or just swing around. Really focused on the cue ball here. He liked a little bit more out of that. And great 4-railer by Thorpe. Somebody's got SVB living at this end of the table. History repeats itself. This 6 could be a hanger for Lunda, at which he's hitting them. The speed is just so sweet. Obviously the accuracy as well. And notice he put some more into that. By far the hardest he's played a straight back. Has a lot to do with why the 6 spit out the way it did. I don't know that it would have gone regardless. Thorpe going to the top right to tie the match up. Nice cue ball. Very nice cue ball. That's all he was focused on there. Yeah, this is tricky. Can you just thin the 8, just graze it towards the 6? Probably better off to overcut it than undercut it, obviously. I don't think that there's a cross to the top right. Love to end up right where he is now. Just thin the left side of the 8. See what Evan's got in mind. His concern is he doesn't want to make the 8 off the 6. Doesn't want to catch the 8 too thick. I don't know what else you have, though. You can use the 6 to slow the pace of the 8 down. Is he elevating? No, he's just evaluating. And there he's taking a look at hitting the 8. Oh, he's mishit it by some margin. He knew that that wasn't what he wanted, obviously, not to catch the 8 too thick. That could prove disastrous. This is short. I was about to say, what a massive game for Thorpe. Evan with a 3-0 lead and had a real good cross corner for a 4-0 ball lead. Caught it a bit long. Three to the middle. Just short. Good cue ball. Thorpe took second in the bank ring game here at the Derby last year. All right, is he going to swing the cue ball around? Going to the lower right corner. Oh, he's miscued. Watch out. Yeah, such a tough hit to wrap that cue ball back around with a high right ball. Chance for Evan. Could shorten on him. Oh, he's just slightly decelled, it looked like to me. Wow, this ball's curved in. I didn't think it was close. Yeah, you could hear Thorpe. Thought it was off by some distance. Then it came back in, so something happened there. Pairing the cue after that nasty miscue he just had. Yeah, so Thorpe in 2024 wins just under 80,000, 78,900. 2023 wins 54,000. And here, he's just trying to win this game. 3 into the left side. High right ball. No, and he's caught it dead in the face. Wow. That is good, clean living right there. That ball spots up. They're each most likely going to need one. But that's actually very devastating for Evan because he cannot win the game without removing both of these balls. You've got no chance. Neither are bankable, obviously. And what about cutting the 8 to the side with a high right ball? Trying to make the 6 at the same time, just coming 2 rails towards the 6. You've got to take some type of a chance. I don't know. Sounds a little chaotic. And he's kicking 2 rails to try and make the 8 the 6. I like making the 8 for sure. Yeah. That might leave a mark. I think Thorpe can play this cross side with a heavy hit. Wow, did he overturn this ball? That is hard to do. Can you play this to the lower right? I feel like this ball's going long. Good effort. Think it's going to get it, though. A little bit of pressure off of you with the 6 hanging there when your opponent needs to. Wow, is he going to go for the corner hook? I am surprised he would remove that ball. Bring them into play, because if you don't get the corner hook, well, you've just put yourself in a position to possibly give this game away. You don't want to bring that ball back into play. Billy could also take a whack at the 4-railer on the 8. All right, going straight back. Look at this hit. Nothing but net. The 8 did catch a little air off that back rail. Lunda with a 3-0 lead in that game to go up 2 games to 0 and straight in on a cross corner. Take another look. Yeah, the 8 caught a little air, not as much as I thought. He actually hit it at a really clean pace. That's a huge game to give away if you're Lunda, because this young man has a great break, and he's a pure bulldog. There is no quit, Billy Thorpe. Looking to get the 5 down. He's got the 1 down, so what will he have? Does he dare to take a cross corner on the 8? Or a straight back to the top left on the 6 or the 8? None of it very fun. He's close to the 4. Does he think he can manipulate shortening it up in between the 6 and 8 past the 7? I don't know. I don't think he can chance straight back past the 5. Is he looking at a multi-rail? I don't feel like the 8's terrible with a high outside ball. Just catch it heavy. Bring the cue ball down to the bottom rail here. Huh. Maybe there was something I was overlooking there. I felt like he could do the same thing, put the cue ball in the same spot, playing the top left, but there's no way he's going to overlook that. Oh, another challenge here. This is straight awkward again with that funny, like, straight angle where he's got to really... It's just hard, very hard to explain, but you got to put such a clean hit on it. Just long. Cross side is definitely doable here with an extreme outside ball. I like the decision if the 8 doesn't come down. We've got a nice flick off the 1 there.
6-6.
Evan, no losses. Beat Chris Reinhold in the first round. Not an easy draw. Beat him 3 games to 1. Playing this to the lower right. Sure is. Boy, how do you shorten that up? I didn't think it was possible. Proved me wrong. Then Lunda beat D. Atkins and Mark Vidal. A couple other great players. Going at the 9. A lot of distance here. Yeah, I like the decision. Put a lot of effort into that play as well. Very good cue ball. Go ahead and let your opponent make the first error. He's going to go with the cross corner on the 6. I do believe it has a pocket. I have to catch it pretty thick though. Yeah, just one of those funny games so far with the way these balls are laying. Coming off the 1 backup table. See anything real sweet. Come off the 1 again. Come between the 9 and 5 backup table. I think this hit requires a little more accuracy though than what Billy just had. Yeah, Nathan Wallace keeping Shane Van Boning at the top of the table. Evan seems like he is constantly in wait for Shane to get off the end rail. Can come off the 3 here. Come up towards the chalk. Yeah, right, but I felt like anywhere on this side, Evan might take a look at the 2. To the face, just a little fat. You can't expect to hit all of those straight backs perfect. That one was clearly not straightforward either. Billy could be off to the races here at the cross corner to the top left. Wow. A little bit stunned that he drew to the corner there. Obviously caught the 3 thicker than he expected. I think if he catches it where he intended, he's going towards the 2. So a big opportunity for Lunda. And a good look at the 6. Yeah, that's going to be in, but I thought he would, yeah, and he just pointed at it. I thought he might just try and draw to the 1 and 5 there, or the 4 and 7. The bank was so straightforward, I felt like he might try and do that. Instead, he tried to run into him off the 2nd rail. Oh, Billy can come off the 4 here with extreme right. He can come off the 1 as well. Little thin. No problem though. I think he's really cut off from everything here. Just gonna chip the 8 over. Bring the cue ball up. if the 8 played to the top left. Billy going to pass up on the 1. Just chip 3 to the bottom of the 9 and come back up. All about the pace. Yeah, it's going to work real well. Difficult here. Yeah, extremely difficult. You want to avoid the kiss. You'd love to be able to cross the 3 over, but the cue ball's way too flat for that. How do you get the cue ball back up table here? How do you? Tricky. Real tricky. Do you try and just roll the 3 and hang it up to the top right? You just hate to accidentally make it, leave Billy the cross corner on the 6? I don't know. You'd also hate to try and cross the 3 over and kiss it. I think he has to soft roll the 3 towards that corner. I hope it holds up or goes to the bottom rail. Ugh, to miss the 6 and the 3 here is a very tall order. Yeah, I really think the shot here is just to bump the 3 down. Covers the 6 up. You can't do anything else aggressive. I'll tell you what, I liked his idea there. Does the 7 play? Yeah, I like the play. Very nice. 2 good shots back to back. I did not mind. I thought Evan was kind of going on tilt when he elevated the back of the cue, but I didn't mind what he did there. He was aware of getting the cue ball back and safe. So just going to come off the 1 now. It's kind of what I expected in this game with both of these guys. Billy, very savvy, moving aspect of the game. And I know Evan is as well. Billy definitely a little bit more aggressive as far as the power is concerned. But moves incredibly well. Evan took a close look at the 3 as he walked around. Can you draw out of it? I don't know that it's time. You've just got to thin the 9 here. Might leave the 1 or something better. He's not going to leave it better from there. Yeah, once again, I use this word often. Pretty tricky. What's he doing here? Is he looking to play the 3 to the lower left? Or just draw it back? Or both? Well, it's be honest. He kind of got away with one there. Pretty awkward. Go off the one here. These balls are all going to end up living on the northwest corner of table number 36 here in Elizabeth, Indiana. Well, of course, the 9 makes it all the way through everything to prove me wrong. Going to the cross corner. Kind of a freebie here. If he makes it, it's a bonus. Well, at the speed he played that, he had nothing but intentions to make that. Thumped it right in. Billy Thorpe, the thumper. Coming off the 4 now. Wrapping around 2 rails to this left long rail. And down. The reason players do that is they can judge the speed off the 3rd rail just a tad bit better. Here's a look at Nathan Wallace, lower left of your screen. Another really good player from Ohio. Well, Evan playing the 7 to the lower right. Yeah, just been off by some margin. The first game, he came with a couple of straight backs that really looked good. Cross side for Thorpe. Look at how lovely he stays with the cueing. Just short. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give Billy a call after this match. Haven't seen him miss this many banks against me ever. Cross side, can he just draw down in between the 6 and 4 here? You get a little unfortunate. Yeah, what about 2 in the left side? Too risky, huh? What's he looking to do here? Just cross the 8? Just wondering if he can play the 4 into the left side twice out of the lower right corner. Maybe just draw the cue ball back a little bit. Kind of leave, well, I don't know. There's really no way. It's not on. You don't want to leave Billy across side on the 7 or the 6. It actually was on. He could have drawn that ball back. Look at this cue ball. He had some forward reverse spin from 9 feet. That ball rocked back right as it got to the corner. Yeah, she is deep. Billy. Wow. This is not fun. Wow. He'd be thrilled just to get out of this without any broken bones. Coming out of this corner pocket with accuracy is not going to be easy. He can come off the right side of the 8, try and get back down. I don't know if he can come off the right side of the 3 and avoid the 8 and come back down. Could play the 3 cross corner. Boy, if you don't make it. Yeah, I believe he's going to the top right. Well, everything kind of went away there. Caught the point, so he was trying to play the 3 up and back. Just draw the cue ball back, and he caught it a little too thin. Cross corner on the 4. Really swerving with an inside ball to miss the kiss here. Yeah, nicely hit. Playing for 2 again. But this is bank pool. You've got to make 5 to win. Straight back, right where he's at. High outside ball. Let it turn off this bottom rail. Doesn't have the pace. No, that was clean. Extremely clean. Not out of the woods yet. Boy, is it time to go. This is similar to the 4 he made game number 1. Just an awkward angle. You got to hit it so clean, but he's great at it, so I can't fault it. Yeah, that can happen so easily. The last thing you want to do is just leave Billy around the patch. I guess if you make it, you look like a hero, and if you don't, well, you know the rest. Going to the side, this will carry position on the 1. Oh, he killed it with a real extreme outside. Landed perfect on the 7. Is he okay for the straight back? He can play the 3 cross corner, but it's all or nothing, I believe. You're going to leave the 1. This right here for the game, in my opinion. And he knows it. That's why he's taking a little extra time. Unless he wants to use an outside ball, but I think he's got to stay offensive here and just come back down towards the 1 or for the bank on the 1. Oh, and he's done it. And I'm certain Lunda second guessing the bank on the 1. It was extremely difficult. You had to hit it so full, but yet avoid the kiss. That's why he caught it so thin. Thorpe about to steal another game. Is there something I am overlooking here? It looks like the cross corner is straightforward. Wow, so he's in the kiss. This angle is misleading. Wow, okay, he's in the kiss. Clearly, he would not shoot at 3 rails if he wasn't. but it's Billy Thorpe. Well, it's Billy Thorpe. I was going to say something kind of cute. Let's see if Lunda can knock down something special here. I don't know, the cross corner might not be on. I think it's just a little too close to the side. Boy, flirting with the three-railer. I guess you can't really go forward. So would you have to stop your ball or just spin out of it a little bit with a low outside? Yeah, I don't think the cross corner's on at all. Okay, he's going at the cross corner. This ball, if it gets airborne, it's not going to have time to short. Yeah, just mishit this, and it's going to cost him, most likely, the game. Lunda now needs two. Thorpe with ball in hand on the one to get on the hill. Cinching it in with a low ball. Boy, I'll tell you what, Evan was in the driver's seat a couple of games, but that's how bank pool goes. That's why Billy is the great. If you don't seal the deal, well, you can't win, obviously, but Billy, the type of guy that'll just haunt your dreams over and over, getting close to the finish line, doesn't get it. I believe Billy is 28 years old. I've talked about this many times. I've been around him for so long. It seems like he's in his 40s. I remember when he was, boy, I'll tell you what do you have to be, 12 or 13 years old? 150 pounds soaking wet. Could play. Boy, could he play at a young age. You just knew he was going to be a great player. Looking to make the 5. And once again, he's not made the 5, but the 1. I guess you could say he's obviously trying to make the 1 as well. Going at the 9 to the top right. Short. We've seen it many times. You get a little quick or just a little speedy or fast with the power. That ball tends to want to come short. Cross side with the blue 2, or is he going to the cross corner? Thought he called the side initially. Yeah, very good. Now what? He's probably in a little bit of a go mode, playing the 8 to the lower right, and I can't blame him. He's close to it. Should be able to judge this ball pretty accurately. Where are you going with the cue ball, though? 9. He squeaked it home. Cue ball stayed up. He's got a cross side on the 1. Once again. Another look on the 9, too. I just don't feel like it gives you a very good cue ball, but we'll take a look. Not happy. Can't blame him. He's had pretty good ball leads, I think, every game. Except for 1. No, I think every game he's had good ball leads. Billy going to the 3 cross side, playing for 5. Let's see what he does here. I think he's playing the 9 back and forth, or up and down, excuse me. Just playing the cue ball. Just as good or better. Chipping it towards the 6. Evans frustrated. Rightly so, I understand. Does the 4 cross by the 5 in the top right? Can you check it with an inside, bring the cue ball back down? He's looking at it now. Yeah, he's going to go with the 6. He's got to hit this real good. Do not want to catch a piece of the 5, that's for certain. No. Wow. Made it look easy. By no means out of this match. Turning the 4 back to the lower left now. Wow, he has overturned it. Pretty hard to do. That's he playing the 1 to the lower right, I believe. Oh, look at the hit. Look at the hit. Always aware of where the cue ball's finishing. If he doesn't happen to make it, what does Evan really have? Not a lot. Trying to tuck behind the 5 here. I mean, he does have a pretty good look at the cross side now. Yeah, it might be steeper than I think. I think he's playing this a little different than I thought. It's about as good as you could hit it, too, to the lower right. Kind of another freebie to the top right. Well, he's overcooked it quite a bit. Both players respecting each other quite a bit in this match. You can tell they're playing the cue ball a lot. Evan going to the top left. Just short. This isn't going to finish well for Lunda. Typical Billy Thorpe would run these out. They're definitely available. The 4, 9, 7. You can 2-rail the 5. What's he got in mind with the cue ball here? Well, now he's going to go to the 5 regardless. Yeah, definitely respecting each other, and I get it. Both great players. Looking to pinch this just a touch. Center with a touch inside. And that's right down the pipe. Big bank there for Billy. What do you do here? Just chip the 7. And it's pretty good. Can't ask for much more than that. The cue ball is nice and tight. You can't 4-rail the 9. And I think that's what he's looking at. You can get the cue ball kind of back up table here. Just don't want to go off the air and overhit this real hard. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Just long? Yes, it is. To the top, excuse me, to the bottom right here for the W. And he can just go forward with a top ball. Maybe just a touch of outside. It's all about the speed here. Wouldn't be shocked if he played it at a pocket speed. Yeah, pocket speed it is. It's going to be just short. Well, he's left across corner. It's not over yet. But once again, maybe the angle fooling me just a touch. I'm assuming it's much more difficult than it looks on our screen. He's got to hit this real thin. Oh, and he did hit it real thin. Now, for your next trick, I would consider playing all cue ball here to the bottom rail. I would consider it. I would put the 3 railer. You just know if you don't make it, you're going to give something up. I would consider with an extreme outside ball just chipping the 9 real thin in between that diamond just left of center and the pocket up there in the top left corner. Boy, you're going to give a lot up if you don't make this. Credit to him for shooting it. Didn't give a ton up. It's the cross corner for the win. Gotta give him credit for shooting it. I don't blame him for going down on the offensive versus the defensive. Yeah, so the 3 rail are going to come back to haunt him. That match easily could have gone the other way, but Thorpe prevails. Not surprised. Lunda, well, he's got a buyback. He will be back. Thorpe, he's into round 9 without a loss. Thank you all for tuning in tonight, and we'll talk to you soon.